Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Friday, the last day of VBS and our final day here on the Worthy Farm. I'm really enjoying this week. It's not over yet. No, sir. There's still so much to do. There's just one new and very big problem. A huge and very scary storm is heading our way!
It's getting crazy windy out there. I set my gloves down and they almost just blew away. Look, you can see the trees bend in the wind.
Yeah, it's so windy that I can't believe we got all the sections of the wall built. And they're built straight, and they're built the right length, and they're built perfect.
And for now, they're just leaning up against the old barn.
All we have to do is lift them up and bolt them into place.
Yeah, it's so neat to see that we've actually building something, and who minds a bit of a little wind? I don't.
Yeah, me neither. This week I've learned a lot. I learned that I actually do like working, and I like working hard. I sleep better at night, and I feel better too. I actually look forward to coming to work each day and learning more, because Frank has taught us so much.
Yeah, and I'm sure that he'll keep on teaching us too.
Yeah, both from the Bible and about construction. And I work so hard that when I get home at night, I don't even have to go to the gym because I'm so tired. And you know what? I also reflect on what I hear from the Bible, and my favorite part is remembering that we're living stones. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I really think the Old Testament is pretty cool. I mean, Frank somehow makes it so that things that happened a really long time ago relates to us today. I mean, are we building a barn or a building or me? Well, I can't believe I fell into temptation and took the hammer. Now I know that my goal is self-control.
Yeah, and I've learned that shortcuts can end up taking a lot longer.
Yeah, and I've learned that true strength, it comes from Him.
And I've learned that it's best to take your time and understand the instructions before beginning a project.
Hey, is there a problem, Frank? Can I help? And hey, what'd you turn on the radio for?
Oh, it's just something I've been following. I've been watching this barometer, and its barometric pressure is dropping quite rapidly.
Hey, Frank, do you think that we might be in for a very big and very scary storm?
We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this very important news bulletin. A very huge and very scary storm is just a few hours away. Make sure that you have all your animals inside. Anything that's left outside could be blown away. There will be very strong winds and lots of rain, at least a few inches expected. It's a good thing that God promised never to flood the earth again.
I wonder how long the storm will last.
The storm will last for several hours.
Do you think the walls would be okay if we just lay them on the ground?
Things that are not bolted down will blow away. This storm will devour anything in its path.
Do you think maybe I'm strong enough to hold them from blowing away?
There's no one strong enough to outlast the heavy winds that are to come.
I wonder how fast the winds will be.
Expect winds of up to at least 80 miles an hour. It's going to be a big one, folks, so hold on to your hats. And now we return you to your regularly scheduled program of relaxing music. Have a nice day.
Oh, that's better.
Hey, Frank, what do we do now, huh? What do we do? Can I help?
Serge, I'm afraid I don't have the answer for this.
Whoa! I guess we can't fix everything. We're at the mercy of the storm now.
But I know that God will take care of us. And people and animals, you can't replace them. So as long as no one gets hurt, that's what matters.
But Frank, what about the barn?
For now, we'll just have to forget about the barn.
Forget about the barn?
But there must be something that we can do.
Yeah, there's gotta be something.
No, we've worked so hard. All of a sudden, just doesn't matter?
How long will it take to rebuild it? I mean, we'll have to be starting almost all over again. This is a real bummer. But the foundation blocks, they're still in place. They'll be okay.
They'll be fine.
Wait! Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Oh, I can't believe it!
What?
All the neighbors are coming over to the barn.
Here, let me see. Yeah, I see them. Some are in their trucks and some are walking.
And they all have their tools. What do you think they're gonna do?
Oh, I bet I know. They all heard about the storm, so they're coming to help raise up the barn before the wind can blow it away. That's so cool.
Cool, more than cool. And that reminds me of
Story from the Bible.
I think yes.
Hey, is this one going to be from the Old Testament? Because I'm really starting to love the Old Testament.
Oh yes, and this one is a really biggie, full of good hearts and generosity.
Well, is this going to take very long? Because we've got a dilly of a storm coming in.
Yeah, hang on. If it wasn't important, Frank wouldn't be telling us.
True. Go ahead, Frank.
Okay, back to our guy Moses. You know, Moses talked to God, and God said he wanted to be with his people, and his people wanted his presence with them.
You know what? I think I know what you're talking about. Mrs. Stone was saying that story from the book of Exodus. The people were traveling, so God told them to build a portable worship tent.
Yeah, and later, when they reached their destination, they would build it permanently with a solid foundation. Well, we know all about that, don't we, guys?
Yep, and the furnishings inside of God's royal tent were incredible.
Yeah, incredible, all right? I can just picture it now. Here's all the Israelites, they're in the desert, and they're like in their camping mode, and there's like 1 million, maybe 2 million, maybe even up to 3 million of them. And yeah, so many of them, crazy amounts. And then, all of a sudden, Moses is taking them out to the promised land. And God has a plan for them there, just like he had a plan for Noah.
We have a plan for a barn!
Yeah!
That's right. And you know, I'm really impressed with how you guys have been learning. You know, you've been hitting the nail right on the head.
Okay, but let's get to the point. It's the storm. It's getting louder.
Okay, where were we? This Moses and God's royal tent or tabernacle.
Yeah, God had a lot of very specific directions for the tabernacle. You know, he had this, guys, this is really cool. Okay. So he had this really cool part where he gave to the people the power to be master craftsmen. Imagine that, master craftsmen. Frank, you've worked your life building and doing stuff like that, but imagine if all of a sudden, Shazam! You had this amazing ability to be a master craftsman.
And plus, God made them teachers. And all they had to do was get the materials there. How do you think it happened?
Oh, I know. God just had all the material just appear in a big pile, right? Just poof! And there it was, right?
No! God could have done it that way, but he chose not to. In fact, he got a way to get all the people together and involved.
And you remember how many there were?
Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 million.
And with that many people, there must have been a lot of resources.
Oh yes, lots of resources. But God said he only wanted them to give what made them feel good.
Wow, healed right into their heart. And the heart is where the real value is. I bet the tabernacle was a real place of beauty.
Yes, and there were precious materials everywhere. There was silver and gold. But you know what my favorite part of that story was? Is how much the people gave.
Oh, that's mine too. The people, they were lined up. Day and night, they kept putting more things into the pile, you know? And it went on until there was so much that there was too much.
Pretty soon, there's just such a massive pile of precious materials that the workers told Moses, "Stop! Tell the people to stop giving. We have more than enough."
Could you imagine if we came to church on Sunday and the pastor said, "Stop giving, there's too much"? That would be crazy.
Well, that's the way God works. When He touches your heart, you're so thankful for Him for saving your life that you just want to give back in any way you can.
Oh, that's called being generous. And the Israelites, they were extremely generous.
You're right, I'm getting it. That's like what's happening out here with the Worthy family. Everybody's coming together to give their time and resources to help us and the Worthy family build a barn in time.
It's like our little tabernacle scene, except it's a barn raising scene.
Yeah, you know, I always see the neighbors talking about how giving the Worthy family is and how they give all their time and everything. And now it's time for us to help them.
Wow, okay, let's go out and join the neighbors. We can help too. Come on, can we? Can we?
Oh, absolutely. And you know, with all of us working together side by side, we'll have that barn up and finished before the storm ever hits.
Come on, guys, let's go.
All right. Well, it's been a great week. I've enjoyed seeing you. Probably have enjoyed seeing. Never mind, let's go. Let's go.
I hope that you learned more about God and His attributes. When you give your life over to Jesus and trust Him, then He gives you gifts. If you take those gifts and use them for Him, it's a win-win. Don't you love it? It is more than enough. As for us, the crew and the wonderful neighbors, they finished the barn before the storm came. Then we brought all the animals in, and we all huddled together inside the nice warm barn to wait it out. Then guess what? Mrs. Worthy invited us all to a barbecue celebration. It was delicious. Now it's time to pack up our job shack and move on to the next project. It's always exciting to see what the next plan from the master architect will be. So goodbye, boys and girls.
About the storm, so they're coming to help put the barn up before the wind can blow it away. That's cool.
Oh, that's more than
Someone's at the door? How's it?